Blessings, people of the light. Today we are talking about the mysteries of the ancestors. A person is basically made up of four. You have your grandmother, you have your grandfather, right? And you have your grandmothers, you have your mother, and you have your father, right? So you have your grandfathers and grandmothers from your mother's side, and you have your grandfathers and grandmothers from your father's side, right? So in terms of the type of ancestral spirits that usually require people to undergo some sort of initiation, you have amakhosi, you have izithunywa. I'm going to explain each now. We have amandawe from your mother's side, right? You have indik from your father's side. So in terms of amakhosi, these are the type of ancestral spirits that were royal. They were kings and they were queens, right? And they are here to re-establish. When they come back, they really also bring back the re-establishment of ubukhosi bakho, your royalty, right? So these ancestors activate your royalty. This is royalty right here, royal, right? So in terms of izithunywa are messengers, and these group of ancestors are not only limited to these group of ancestors are not only limited to people that have lived human lives in your family. These we call them ancestors, but really some of them are really, yes, we call them ancestors, but they are not human ancestors. They are spiritual entities, whether water entities, whatever, gods. So you have different types of spirits here. You can have abelozi. Abelozi are not really human ancestors, ancestors that have lived some kind of life, a human life before. Although abelozi can associate with a particular family. Abelozi are the whistlers, the type of ancestral spirits that speak in whistles. Whistles. Let me just whistles, right? So these are the whistlers. So you also have different types of messengers like inzuza, although you do have an ancestral spirit that can belong here under the fraternity of the grandmothers, right? Which is amanono. Amanono are the children ancestors, the people in your family that have died at a young age. So these ancestors become something like angels. Abelozi are actually angels, right? So you also have angels here. Amanono, the children ancestors, they become very pure once they get to the other side, right? And they become very powerful. And then you also have amandawe. Now these ones are from your mother's side, right? Amandawe are the ancestral spirits from your maternal side of your family. And then Indiki are the ancestral spirits from your paternal side of your family. Amandawe, they come with fertility. They oversee your fertility. They oversee your emotional body and your sexual body, right? Your sexual energy, right, is connected to Amandawe. Indiki is connected to, so one can say this is the second chakra and this is the first chakra, right? Because Indiki is connected to your family, your identity, your tribal identity, to say you are Zulu, you are Sotho, you are Xhosa and whatnot. So when we fix your things from your father's side, we are fixing your identity, your roots, right? So that's why the first chakra is the root chakra. So for that ancestral spirit, we have Indiki. Indiki also serves to protect, right? It has a lot of power, it has a lot of strength, right? So there are also four types of initiates that also fall under these four ancestors. Um, you have Ukobela, first and foremost. Ukobela, right? And depending on the type of spirit that you are working with here, you can have umlozi, you can have umhlahli. So umlozi, umhlahli. So basically here we have, okay, I'll explain now. Umhlahli, you know, umboniswa, imboni, and whatnot, itola, you find it here. So under Amandawi, we have Isangoma. And then under Indiki we have Inyanga. Right? Yes. So Ukobela, what is Ukobela? Ukobela is basically the teacher. Ukobela can initiate the Sangoma. He can also initiate Inyanga. She can also help and initiate Umlozi, right? A seer. Understand? So a Kobela basically is a teacher. Not everybody can teach. To be a Kobela is a calling on its own. So under the fraternity of Izithunwa, we have we said Umlozi, which is the initiate who works with Abelozi, with the whistlers, basically someone who works with angels. And then we have Umhlahli, this is a seer, this is a prophet, someone who can foresee the future. These are basically seers, right? These are basically seers. You have Amatola, you have Umboni and whatnot, And then under Isangoma, which is actually a healer. Isangoma is not just a healer, but a drum person, right? She is a person of song, right? She uses a lot of song in order to perform her miracles. And then you also have Inyanga being a herbalist, right? So here under Isangoma you have a dancer, basically a dancer, a channeler, a medium, a person who performs a lot of chants in order to raise the spirit, So you have dancing, you have song, you have a channeler, which is umfembi, the medium, right? This is the Sangoma falling under Amandawe. And then you have Inyanga, who is actually a healer. He's not just a healer though, he's specifically a herbal healer, a herbalist, right? So here we have a herbalist, right? Now these are the type of initiates that we have. We also have these initiates that people like to talk about these days, who are called Ikehla. Ikehla now being someone who knows a lot of herbs, and he's a very, very dangerous person, Ikehla. That's why he falls under, the side of Amandik, and Ndawa Ukehla nje. I don't wanna go deep into this. But you also have different ancestral spirits here, like Izizwe. When we talk about Izizwe and Amabuto, so Amandike are basically a fraternity of ancestral spirits that are very, very strong. They possess a very masculine energy, whereas Amandawe possess a feminine energy, right? So in terms of Izizwe, we are talking about the spirit of the nations, right? So